The devil is not a monster outside of you. It's the voice within that tests whether you can live what you say you believe. So now you have awakened. But Krista, I'm still reacting the same old way. I'm still responding out of fear. I'm still living in lack. When do I get to experience this heaven dimension, this abundance? Awakening is a foundation. Realizing yesterday's message that imagination is our God-given ability to create. Understanding that that creation begins inside with our thoughts, our emotions, our words. But we will be tempted, tested in 3 ways. Jesus faced 3 inner tests, and we face the same 3 whenever life challenges us, when things aren't going our way, whenever we want to move from just knowing that I have all that within, I'm one with God, I have all this, but I want to begin to embody it. Embodiment, what does that mean, Krista? It means allowing what you know to become how you live. It's when truth moves from your mind into your words, your actions, your choices, your reactions. It's living as the expression of divine awareness. You've already awakened to that. Now you want to live it. You want it to produce in your life. Then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. Let's talk about the wilderness for a minute. It's not a place of punishment. It's that sacred, quiet place. I often use the metamorphosis of the caterpillar to the butterfly. It's that state of in the cocoon. We like to refer to it as a dark night of the soul, where the outer noise falls away so that the inner voice can be heard. It's the place between what was and what is becoming. You're not thinking and believing in what you once were, but you haven't yet become all the possibilities of what you're birthing. The temptation says, if you really are divine, if you truly are God in flesh, command these stones to become bread. Devil now, not anything outside of God, of Jesus. It's all within. It's that accusing voice, those whispers. Prove it. Operate in fear. You're not worthy. This ain't going to work. It's those voices. Bread means to lift, to raise, to take up. It's speaking of being lifted into awareness. So you've awakened. You've realized that you're one with God, that you have all that you need within. But embodiment begins when that knowing becomes how you live. When every thought, every word, and every action flows from the divine nature within, not from ego and control. The temptation is to turn every stone, every fear, every situation into that proof of oneness by doing it through your ego, by striving, fixing, and forcing, by doing it still living outside of the garden, feeling like you have to make something happen, controlling. But Jesus' response was brilliant. It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. So we don't just live from that place of awakening, of knowing that I'm one with God. That's powerful. But you still have the choice to let ego take over. You can know that and still let your ego take over when life challenges you. And you still have the choice to live like you're outside that Garden of Eden, toiling, striving, reaching, trying to make things happen. Awakening doesn't necessarily do away with that choice. You still have 2 ways that you can respond here. Say you've lost your job. You can get in fear. The mortgage is due. I need food in the fridge. All those things are real and natural, but you can choose how to respond. This is the tough part, guys. I mean, we all love to talk about that wonderful part of awakening, of understanding that God is within us. That is awesome and life-changing. But to apply it to your everyday life and not get out of peace, there's some work involved in that. You have to live by every word, the living voice of divinity within you, not outside of you, not a God in the sky, to the instructions inside of you. And the moment you step into fear, begins to make where you cannot hear. It begins to block your hearing. Live by every word. Every word is every message, teaching, every answer. This is personal. This is the Spirit speaking to you as that individual expression. In Greek, word is rhema. It means uttered by the living voice. Every rhema, every word carries an idea, an order, a conception, and a declaration. It's the living communication of the divine within you. It's your personal guidance, your inner instructions. The only thing you have to do is not let ego, your fear, your heart, your mind, your will, emotions, your past experience take over. Let the flow of wisdom show you what to do in every situation, where to go, what to create. This is why meditation becomes important. Not a formal meditation, just silencing, being in the present moment. So when Jesus says to live by every word, he's saying to live by that inner dialogue between you and divinity, the higher consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the empowerment. To live moment by moment, breath by breath, in the present moment, hearing and moving from that sacred place inside of you, not based on performance, fear, praying to a God in the sky. Just like the spider I've done a teaching on, builds that web, works all that work to build her web, renewing your mind. That's how we look at it applied to us. You've renewed your mind, you've awakened. Now that spider sits in the middle of that web and she rests. She lets everything she needs comes to her and gets caught in the web. Never running out thinking, oh, I don't see a spider or another bug in this web today. Staying aligned. That's the journey. That's the spiritual work. That's the embodiment. It gets easier. Do it with the small things first. One moment of awareness before reacting can start to change your life. I have lived this, guys. I have been through some things I'm sure I will share in the future. Year-long challenges that I had to stay listening to divine direction. It's all within. Divine guidance, peace, not knowing how it was all going to play out beginning to end. That's where faith comes in. It was revealed to me in situations step by step. I didn't get to see it all at one time. But it is very possible. Moving from knowing that you're one with God, not falling for the adversary, those whispering thoughts, you better fix it, you better do something, you better go get that job, you better do something quick, you better start asking for healing. Stay aligned with what you already know. Awaken to that truth. Stay there. Rest in that. Remind yourself. Breathe. Stay in the present moment. Listen to what all the wisdom you have within to lead you to the promised land.